get that you can see what a video was made for. Well, again, after the school segment, this is school on Monday, the 27th of June 2022. So, we have form class as usual, and then we went to study after. And once we were all in study, they said they gave us a classroom code that I already had because I was given it by my mentor. And sorry about that, I have to get my better, so expect this not like be rambling. Anyway, so in the Google Classroom, I think I've been like a material called Day One. I've been posted, and there was 7 PowerPoints in it. 6 of them were between 10 to 15 slides, and the other PowerPoint had like 80 slides. I'm not even kidding. And he said, "Yeah, we should get this done by the end of the day." What do you mean? Like, if you were just reading off the slides, and fine, but you don't just read off the slides. I'm sorry for burping so much. You don't just read off the slides. You read some of the slides and talk a bunch. It takes like 5 minutes for you to get through a single slide, even if it's just like the title slide. But anyway, eventually he said go to the UCAS website, but don't sign in or log in. But me and Jack ignored that. Jack created an account with a C2K email, and I tried to sign in because I already had an account, but the UCAS website requires a special character, and I didn't remember what the special character I had for my password was, so I reset my password. And then he got us to sign in, and after about 5 minutes, he's like, "Wait, guys, don't use your C2K email." So Jack signed out and was struggling to find his email because he made a new email, but he didn't remember what his new email was, so he was like, screw it, I'm just going to use my old email. Meanwhile, I didn't change it because none of this matters for me. Anyway, so once we're all signed in, there's more things to set up. It was like just a bunch of questions about who you are, identity, your class, how much money do your parents make, basically, stuff like that. I had all that done, and there's only like 2 things left to do. Choices for what subjects you want to do, which you can pick you can pick upwards of 5, but 1 is all you need for it to let you continue. I tried to pick English at Queen's. I'm not interested at English or Queen's, but I'm just hitting that so that I can move on. But it kept on popping up with an error every single thing I typed, and there's no way that Queen's doesn't do English. Like, media, I understand if some universities don't do it, but all unis have to do English, right? Anyway, because I was done so quickly, I spent most of the time reading, but I didn't finish anything. I realized I need to do a review for Skullduggery Free. I forgot I finished that. I forgot that I had in yesterday's video. Okay, I just checked. I don't think I did. So yeah, I finished Skullduggery Free yesterday. It's good. I don't have much to say because they still have that bond. Just they're even more separated at this, and like it focuses more on side characters a bit, but it's still great. Anyway, didn't finish any books, so and at the end of the day, we played football, and like I was cooperating really well. I was hitting it and stuff. I didn't score any goals, but I'm just surprised at how uh, interactive I was. I guess I can't think of anything else to right put it. Also, on top of reading, I also did research for some other books in Ely because like I want to read the big stuff. I'm gonna be very vague about this so that you don't know what's coming up, but I want to read the big stuff. But to read the big stuff, there's a bunch of mini stuff you need to read first. Like it's like 5 books before you read the first big thing. And it's mostly money. It's gonna be the problem. Anyway, that's it for today. So, copyright. Hi, Fantasy Sherlock Holmes. We wanted to let you know that our team is for user content and think that it violates our sex and nudity policy. I bet it doesn't, because the last time you said that something violated the sex and nudity policy was that video that had the N-word in it. We know that you may not have realised this was a violation of our policy, so we're not applying a strike to your channel. Thank the Lord. However, we have removed the following content from YouTube. Discord memes DMs 21st of July 2021. I'm going to look at this video, but I bet you no sex and nudity. So, I can't look at the video because they're dicks. Like with Instagram, and this is probably the only thing that Instagram ever will have on YouTube when it comes to stuff like this, is that they allow you to watch the thing that they have deemed to be inappropriate. So I will look at it, and I can tell if it's inappropriate or not. With this, I can't. I'm going to appeal it anyway, because right, Discord memes DMs. I'm gonna say that it's Discord, and it's probably gonna be Kyle being a pedo. But that's just text. They're taking me down for text. Whereas, if anyone else showed text that was inappropriate on a YouTube video, the video would just be demonetized. I'm appealing it. That's all there's left to say. We realize this may be disappointing news, but our job makes sure YouTube is a safe place for all. If you think that we've made a mistake, you can appeal the decision. You'll find out more details below what our policy says. Content with excessive, vulgar, or sexual language is not considered appropriate for all audiences. Please note we do not like this type of content. We know the uploader is under 18. You do not know that I'm under 18. For all you know, I'm 35. 34, sorry. Because I put my date of birth and my email address on YouTube. Anything connected to YouTube, my date of birth is 21st October 1987. I get that it's bad that I'm admitting this on a YouTube video, but at this point, when you sent this email, you should perceive me as a 34-year-old, 33 at the time that the video was uploaded. What you can do next, we want to help you keep your content on YouTube, so please review the YouTube's community guidelines. Double check how your content may have violated our guidelines. I can't. You won't let me look at the video? Like, if you want me to back off, then allow me to look at the video and by allowing me to do that, I can look at it and say, right, and also give me a timestamp or timestamps for every bit that violated the sex and nudity policy. And I can look at it and say, how does that violate the sex and nudity policy? Say they put like 5 minutes, 45 seconds in the video, and it's just me reading a DM of Jack saying, Dylan, Attack on Titan Part 2 comes out in January 2022. I can say, that does not violate the YouTube's sex nudity policy. So I can tell that it's been a robot doing this. Like, from that one frame of 5 minutes and 45 seconds into the video, there is no sex and no nudity. Nothing sexual whatsoever with that one frame. And appeal here. Oh, never mind, you have to get the app. Nope, not getting the app. Continue Studio. YouTube Studio doesn't really do anything. Because I had it for a while after the League of Gentlemen video. And that's the only thing that YouTube Studio was ever good for. Oh, begin your review to see it? Yes, begin review. Let's look at your content. Yes, please. So, I'm gonna give feedback at like every minute. I know it says minute and 10 seconds, but every minute I will provide feedback. So, from the first minute and 10 seconds of the video, nothing has violated the sex and nudity policy. Right, I talked about how nothing is working for me. I don't know what I'm talking about, because this was almost a year ago. But I'm saying nothing's working. It's 1 to midnight, and I'm reading out the Discord messages. Jack sent 3 memes. One of them was a Joe Biden thing. The second one was an ad for the American military. I'm going to assume that it's that one about that girl with the 2 mums. And so far, I haven't read out the third one. So, I think I sent in that short of Kyle at 3 a.m. because, for those who don't remember what was happening 1 year ago, at 3 a.m., Kyle would always be on the Discord talking about how he's masturbating to the most depraved crap you have ever heard of in your entire life. Like, he probably gets off on poo. And I played the audio from my short Kyle at 3 a.m. This audio can be heard multiple times on YouTube because it's a short, a YouTube short. The way that YouTube shorts work is the same way that TikToks and Instagram Reels work. You get the audio from someone else. So what I did was I searched up. The video was like stroking my ticket, being horny, you know. I searched that up, found a video that had the create button on it, hit create, set the camera up, and mouthed what the guy was saying, uploaded that to YouTube. So if that is what violated the sex and nudity policy, 1, how come my short didn't violate the sex and nudity policy? And 2, how come every other video that has that audio in it, how come they have not violated the sex and nudity policy? Yeah, so this is roughly what I searched up. And I got this from the autofill, if you know what I mean. So I had to look for something that I could use the create button on. So obviously it isn't the first video because that's a meme that uses audio from the Powerpuff Girls on top of the other audio. So I didn't use that. But I'm just going to look at this. Right, so you have the video, the title, amount of views, how long ago it was uploaded. 2.1k likes. Doesn't show you the dislikes because they removed dislike either. Share, and then create. I'm not going to hit the create button because it's immediately going to put it on the forward facing camera and I don't have a shirt on. Sorry to give you that image. Yep, this is the same audio. Well, this part of the video is the same audio.
I got lotion on my dick right now. I'm just stroking my shit. I'm horny as fuck, man. I'm a freak, man. Like,
I found that on YouTube with the create button. So, if my video violated the sex and nudity policy, how come the Soul Shadows video didn't violate the sex and nudity policy? McKnight sent in the audio of that kid who was caught watching porn, and he's like, you've probably heard it before. There was like one of the things he said was like, my pants were slipping, and there was this virus. So my computer got a virus, and so I deleted the virus. But then my pants were slipping, so I was pulling up my pants, like that video. McKnight sent that. I don't think I played the audio on the video. Let me check. Okay, so at the time that this was happening, I was on the bike. I was doing an exercise while on Discord. Not while making the video, while I was texting in the Discord. And so McKnight sent in the audio like my pants were slipping, and he said, "Dylan, right now." I said, "No, I'm on the bike." And a person who I'm not going to name because privacy reasons. I get that I've said Kyle's name, but whatever. He said, "Prove it, Dylan." The guy who I'm not going to name said something very stupid that I do not understand whatsoever. Because as I said, I'm on the bike, I'm nearly naked. Notice the fact I said nearly. Sorry for the images again, but I had pants and socks on. And the guy got confused and thought I was naked, like fully naked, saying the pain will get caught up in the wheels or something. I don't understand what that means even 1 year later. Oh, when you look at that, it's the video that I also got taken down for the sex nudity. In fact, this might be the reason why. Like, for those who don't know, unless this isn't the one, but for those who don't know, the last time I got taken down for sex and nudity on YouTube was when I made a short that used edited audio from Beavis and Butthead. Because at the time that I made the video, there was a clip from Beavis and Butthead about sex education that was a meme. And what it was the sex ed teacher said, welcome to sex ed, and I'm paraphrasing here, but welcome to sex ed, we're going to be talking about the penis. Beavis and Butthead start laughing. We're going to be talking about the vagina. We're going to be talking about the testicles, STDs, condoms, and we're definitely going to be spending a lot of time talking about safe sex. And someone had taken that clip and edited the audio so that penis, vagina, STDs, etc. were all replaced by the N-word. And I saw that video, found it funny, had an idea for a short. So I had the create button on it. Hit the create button, set it up, and I just want to be clear that you can only see like up to my chest. Like if I were shirtless, you would not be able to see my nipples. Just so you know, like the camera was high up. But even then, I was wearing a shirt. Fully buttoned up. So all you can see is my face and my neck. Anyway. So, start recording. and I mouthed, "We are going to be talking about," and then I shut my mouth as the guy said the N word. But because YouTube Shorts don't really work out for me, the video and the audio got a bit displaced. So there's a delay with the video. So it looks like I'm mouthing the N word. YouTube took down the video for racism. That's fine. I wouldn't be pissed if it was left at that. But I appealed it anyway. And they came back and said, actually, this video. Okay, they didn't say that the video does not violate the racism policy, but instead they came back and said, we've looked at the video again and we've decided that it violates the sex and nudity policy. Just so you have context for what is possibly coming up next. Okay, so they wanted to know what brand of pants I was wearing. I said Under Armour, and Jack said, okay, Jack was typing at the same time I was typing, but I hit send first. I said I'm wearing Under Armour. Jack said, are you wearing Victoria's Secret? But I think just mentioning Victoria's Secret isn't enough to get taken down for sex and nudity policy. Because, I mean, if that's enough to get taken down for sex and nudity policy, then saying sex and nudity policy is enough to get taken down for sex and nudity policy. Okay, so I do in fact play this video in the video. And it is the one where he does say, we are going to be talking about N-words. That is not racist, Google. That does not violate your sex and nudity policy. If anything, it violates your racism policy. But yeah, you took my video down for sex and nudity both times. So, 1. Since it violates your racism policy, this clip should be taken down, and I think it has because I tried to look for it, and I couldn't find it. I tried to look for it now, I mean. But that doesn't mean that it has been deleted. I just don't have confirmation. 2. If this clip violates your sex and nudity policy, every single clip out there of this scene from Beavis and Butthead violates your sex and nudity policy. And I guarantee you, let me just look it up. If I can still find it with a simple search. In fact, I want to see you search. I want you to see me search this up once my YouTube loads. So we are going to be talking about the
We're going to be talking about the penis. We'll be.
Look at that. It's still there. Easy access. Simple search on YouTube that filled itself out. And I can find it. There's one clip. Okay, because in Kanto. Look, there's another one and another one. Although that's an automaton, so there's probably not going to be any actual words in there. So I'm not going to count that. There's another. There's another. There's another. That's only a month old. Holy crap. Another. Okay, so I start talking about more context because it's been a year. Not long before I joined the Discord, I started interacting in the Discord, I read the Girl with the Dragon Tattoo book, and it's 500 pages long. The first 200 pages are just descriptions of locations and spoilers for the book and both versions of the movie. But it doesn't actually get started until the girl with the dragon tattoo gets unconsensually, she has an unconsensual fun time, we'll just say. That scene happens in the book, the original movie, and the remake of the movie. Because for those who don't know, the one with Daniel Craig is a remake. There was an original Swedish movie And about a year before that, so 2 years ago, I began writing my own book. Ignore my brother having a freak out because Fortnite, I guess. I tried writing a book and I gave up because I couldn't think of a name for a character. Okay, that's a very stupid reason to give up, but whatever. I sent that book into the Discord, and Kyle said that it was crap because I was just describing things. And the reason I did that is because I was taught in year 10 that a good book describes things, it shows instead of tells. And Kyle said that you were just I was just taught that to please the exam board. And I was trying to prove him wrong by saying 200 pages for Old Dragon Tattoo is descriptions. Like 2/5 of the book is descriptions. But it's still a fantastic book. So maybe the fact that I said the R word, but I don't think just saying the R word it constitutes violating the sex and nudity policy, because once again, if that constitutes violating the sex and nudity policy, then saying sex and nudity policy violates the sex and nudity policy. Now, that's the end of the Discord section. That's the meme section. And I started off on Reddit because this was the last time that I ever used Reddit. And it was just, as far as I know, it's just this one meme. Online discussion about communism. A 14-year-old white girl acts like she knows more about the Soviet Union than people who have survived living in the Soviet Union. That does not violate the sex and nudity policy. There's nothing to do with sex there, or nudity. Okay, so there were no memes on Instagram on that day. It was just that one Reddit meme, and now we're on the DMs. And the DMs are not being shown, they're only being told. I kept the video on Reddit while reading out the DMs that were sent on Instagram, because the video was recorded on my tablet and I looked at the DMs with my phone. Past midnight. Okay, so far all I've really DM'd, it was DMs with Jack, because he let me know that one of my videos had no audio, because sometimes MobbyZen doesn't give audio for whatever reason. And you know, he let me know, and he asked me to explain what happened in the video, and the video was a review for Groundhog Day, Resident Evil 4, the movie, and Resident Evil 5, the movie. I said I liked Groundhog Day and Resident Evil 4, didn't like Resident Evil 5. He asked why not. I explained why I didn't. And it was just that obviously this was almost a year ago, so I'm just going off what I said, but it didn't really have any plot to it. Like, I said it makes no sense, but from what I remember and my description of it, it does make sense, because it's a bit similar to WandaVision. And just it was crap. Just didn't like it. Okay, so anytime something seems racist, I'm going to talk about it, because, as I said, they don't seem to understand the difference between sexism and racism. Or sorry, not sexism. There's between something being sexy and something being racist. Because I said, right, there's a villain in the Resident Evil games called the Lickers. Right, Lick, ERS. But I was saying it really fast, like Lickers, because I think what the exact thing I said was Jill knows nothing about the Lakers, despite the fact that Jill knows everything about the Lakers. Jill has seen many Lakers. Jill has killed many Lakers. And I guess it could be confused for me saying the N word, but no, I did not say the N word. I said lickers. Lickers. The rest of the video is just me describing the plot of the first 4 Resident Evil films. I didn't use any video or audio from those Resident Evil films. I don't even know why I'm explaining that, because it's not a copyright issue, but it was just a very, very, very basic explanation of the plot of the first 4 Resident Evil movies. So does this video violate the sex and nudity policy? No, not at all. Probably showing my statement will violate the sex and nudity policy, but my statement for why I want to appeal is that unless saying the word rape violates the policy, the video does not violate the policy. If saying that word does violate the policy, then by extent, mentioning the policy also violates the policy. If the problem with the video is the Beavis and Butthead clip, then it violates the racism policy and not the sex and nudity policy. Additionally, if the Beavis and Butthead clip does violate the sex and nudity policy, then why haven't you taken down every other repost of that clip? People have been reposting it from 12 years ago, last year, and even last month. I want to put this on, but I'm not going to. It does seem like targeted harassment towards me, because I am the only person that has had their video taken down for that Beavis and Butthead clip. No one else. This Twitter as of 8 to 8 p.m. This has been a massive waste of my time, considering it doesn't violate the sex and nudity policy. But nothing can be done about that now, except for, obviously, saying, actually, no, it doesn't. But anyway, I don't like the fact that the Catholic Church is trending in politics. Let's see, in case you missed it, the campaign seeking to remove abortion rights in the Kansas Constitution is capitalizing on the Catholic Church. Right. Number of children sexually assaulted by Catholic priests: 4,228. Number of children sexually assaulted in the Boy Scouts: 82,000. Number of children sexually assaulted by drag queens during library story time: 0. Now, you're being specific about the drag queen bit, because during story time, 0. Fine, I believe that. But you said number of children sexually assaulted by Catholic priests: 4,228. Excuse me. You were not specific about any sort of location for where the Catholic priests were assaulting children. But you were specific about the drag queens. Why? Because if you get the statistics for number of drag queens assaulting children, it's going to be more than 0. And you probably knew that. AR-15 trending in political figures. If you want to live in a country where an AR-15 is more heavily regulated than a uterus, move elsewhere. Like, people always saying that, America is so bad. Well, if it's so bad and you have the ability to leave, like nothing is holding you back from leaving, then leave. Anyway. Why is Grimes trending in the United Kingdom? What cringe thing has she done now? Let's see. Okay, so it's not Grimes. And I agree with that. In fact, I've reposted that, back when they debuted. In fact, this isn't even the same flag, because the one that I posted didn't have the black bit. Hold on, I need to put my tablet in charge. It's 5%. Just back when the flag was just the rainbow and the trans bit, like back when that first debuted, someone had posted it. I mean, I don't remember who, but it was like, oh, this is a pretty cool flag. Let me just post it 4 times and rotate it. And because of the pride bit and the way that the pride bit is, when and you post it 4 times and rotate it, it looks like a Nazi symbol. It looks like a swastika. Hi, GB News. Do you think it's acceptable one of your employees laughing at a swastika made from pride flag just a couple of days after people were killed in Oslo in a gun attack on a gay bar? I did not hear about this gay attack. Or, sorry, not. I didn't mean gay attack, it meant attack on gay people. Ever heard about that? So this is his profile picture now, and he's just back the Count Dankula. He's back as, back the guy with the dog, comedian, law libertarian, human rights advocate, and now master of disguise. You don't even live here, you stupid bastard. Get a life. Get a pro-life. You don't gotta worry about any females getting pregnant around you, boss. That's a face only a mother could love. Yeah, yours. People won't get into crashes if they don't get into cars. They won't get shot in a school shooting if they don't go to school. They won't choke if they don't eat. They won't get in a plane crash if they don't fly. Being alive means taking reasonable risks for a larger reward. We're talking about pregnancy. We're not talking about sex. Like, because since we're talking about pregnancy instead of sex, it sounds like the reward that you're talking about is abortion, when what you mean is that the reward is sex. In cars, they wear seatbelts, and planes, they wear life vests. In sex, they wear. With my latest rule, and I am pleased to announce that Backstreet is in fact back. Unfortunately, not the band. Yeah, I think Mark Wahlberg is too busy doing Uncharted. I get that it came out months ago, but you get what I'm trying to say. He's busy. We already know you're going to die a virgin, Mark. No need to flaunt it. My wife, who I have a child with, will be very shocked to hear I'm a virgin. Let us use literally any other insult challenge impossible. I made it. I triggered the biggest snowflake on. What do you mean, biggest snowflake on Earth? Like everyone that ever argues with Mark is like, oh yeah, I beat Mark in this argument on Twitter. No, you didn't. Everyone that Mark has gone up against has lost. There isn't a single person that won against Mark at all. Anyway, it's miracle how these clowns are in charge of the country. They can't even handle a little tweet. You want the tell Dave slash down? You understand pregnancy is the cause of both parties, but if a girl is forced into a pregnancy, she doesn't want what responsibility is the guy forced into having. Nothing he can walk away easy at that is that. So people don't tell people not to get pregnant. It's called child support. Also, take the pill. Simple as that. Any unqualified person can become a judge these days, huh? Yeah. Don't you give a dog to be teaching Nazi salutes? When you have a relationship with your father to fix? Mark, don't trigger Lib's impossible challenge. It is impossible to simply exist and then start coping and saving. Pregnancy requires sperm from men. How about hashtag mandatory vasectomies? My father-in-law was a urologist, performed thousands. Said so risk-free, he considered making a DIY kit. Well, there's another option I forgot about. You get a vasectomy. Like, women can have vasectomies, believe it or not. Also, if no uterus, no opinion, then no balls, no opinion. She does. Why do you think she got the ring? French. Lol. LMAO. Hon hon. Not even green. Green can make France look better. Rather than my Christmas markets looking like a Fury Road test screen. Not even Scottish people care about Aberdeen. I care about Aberdeen. Just because it's a Cage the Elephant song. Whoops. Marcus, this one's pretty self-explanatory. I'm kind of losing my creative touch. Bro, I'm far too busy being a justice. This lake vehemently stands with women having the right to choose. Of course, a lake doesn't want water spraying. So you've never had sex without the intent to reproduce? Or new? Hey, you should kill yourself or someone will do it for you. That's a promise. There's worse things than death. What state do you live in? I'll just look myself. Weird I stopped replying after you googled. I don't think he's had sex. He's an incel. Google his name and incel. You get a few links. I'm married and we have a child. It's super weird how you guys always base worth and how much sex someone has. Like, sex and unit value understands is all you have to offer. I think the reason internet women use the word incel so much, even towards married men or guys in relationships, is because they go through so many meters of dick a day that compared to them, everyone's practically the Virgin Mary. It's like if Gabriel Iglesias called me skinny. Compared to you, yeah. Madam, this is a Wendy's. The majority of them all realize they're not a justice, but they're still all my mentions because they're still really mad. Because it's not a laughing matter. You don't understand. I have to have unprotected sex with strangers. Also, might retire the Justice bit soon. Got a lot of work to do next week and have a huge video coming out tomorrow. It's hard not to get pregnant when you're brutally, unconsensually fun-timed. Have you ever thought about that? We're not talking about it in that context. We're talking about it in the context of the mother is lazy. Because that is the majority of reason. Like that is the main reason why abortions happen. All the time. Why'd you block Cathals if you're so into free speech? Because in so into free speech, that block no mass flaggers who try to take down accounts and restrict speech. Ah, sound like someone got a Fifi shirt and you're doing damage control. So that's like someone can't read. Marcus had this argument before, and it might have been about the same guy that he blocked. Like, I'm so into free speech that I made a safe space for myself. Damn, I've never seen someone so lost for a reply to that to make up what was said. Not making an effort up, you're just pointing out what a wimpy dork you are. Sounds more like you are mouthing that you're Dunkfield. But hey, props to you for being like the rest of Kafaffel's fanbase and actually engaging instead of just trying to censor everyone. I did intentionally hit that so that I can do this. I am the government. All of your business is my business. If there's any business that isn't my business, I'll pass a law to make it my business. Just woke up. What happened? Well, let me read this. Marcus Dankel. Oh, it's hard to read because of... That's even worse. For other people named Marcus Dankel, I see Marcus Dankel at this inauguration. Marcus Dankel, born February 21st, I think, or February something, 1971, was American Supreme Court Associate Justice and YouTube superstar. He was nominated Supreme Court. Yeah, I'm not reading all that. Superb. Can you imagine that video going live tonight? That's an hour and a half long, and I'm dumping 40k in the charity. This is going to be a good week. You're late to the party. Imagine being celebrating the 4th of July a little early, embarrassed and angry with my country and the way it's run. So much just gets worse and worse. Sure. Levity and tyranny are natural enemies. I love you. Life hack. Ask for forgiveness. You'll be surprised how often you get it. Yugo Labs. More like Yugo Labs. Where people say you're a Nazi, and apparently Yugo Labs are also Nazis. Do you work with them? Post sports takes, or I unfollow. It's more important than putting the pieces together and uncovering the mystery. I'm not reading that dissertation. Dissertation, whatever. Eating cereal with a fork is so... I forget to do the dish score. Woman doesn't do dishes. Free months after opening this crypto-themed restaurant is no longer accepting crypto with payment. This feels so cursed for Mogus. The only thing that keeps Stone Toss relevant is Mogus. No. The thing that keeps Stone Toss relevant is the burgers meme. I mean, you gave me it. How is removing my watermark supposed to stop me? When you always say Stone Toss is a Nazi in the comments, did it stop Ben Garrison? How about Sarah Scribbles? You even gave me a Mogus, a meme I sold for 2 ETH. Do you have any idea how much money that is? Think, libtard, think. I get that impression and stuff, like J.K. Simmons, but he's my favorite actor of all time. I'm not gonna, I it'd be disrespectful. Circumcised men, when they hear women have lost the right to make decisions about their bodies and sexuality. First time.